everyone, welcome to another episode of Morbid Visions. I am Morbid, and tonight I'm going to show you some stuff you might not know existed from Morbid Vision Films. This is all our very earliest VHS stuff. Most of it never released, but I figured I'd just show you. It was, stuff we put together for our early short films just so we had like something in a box. Just for the hell of it. It just made me happy. Alright, so the very first one, I think Rich George actually threw this together. These, don't expect anything spectacular here, honestly. These are just slapped together just with a name put on it. But, yeah, so our very first movie, where if you've seen Morbid Tales, you have seen this movie. So, Sacrificial Birth was our very first short film. And what it's inside is it's a video cassette of Sacrificial Birth, Final Scream, The Shifters, which are the 3 short films that you do see on Morbid Tales. And actually Rich George actually directed 2 movies. The first short he did, I think it was 40 minutes long, called Dementia. That's on here. We actually have a couple of these with all the different movies on it, and there's a couple other short films. There's a short film that we did called Ep.6. It's really a piece of crap. It's just like an experimental short where it's about a serial killer. It's just his POV of what he's doing. I made it for a film contest, a video contest a long time ago. I don't know what I was thinking submitting to that, but yeah, never heard anything. But so this is like the very first thing we ever put together. From there, let's see. So, yeah, from 1990 to 1993 were the first 3. I think in 1993 we did, actually no, 1992 we did Rich George's Dementia. 1993 is when we did this one. This was our longest one at the time. This was 62 minutes long. A movie called The Harvester. Look at that incredible artwork. So this was basically just, we weren't even planning on making a movie. This just happened out of total fun and spontaneity. Just a bunch of friends hanging out at a friend's house, my friend Dana's house, who's in this. We were hanging out there all summer long. We hung out all the summer before that, and then the next summer we started hanging out. And when someone mentioned, like, why don't we make a movie? Let's make one of your movies. Let's just do a short film or whatever over the summer. We're like, all right. We're like, yeah, it would just be a bunch of friends, getting together, have a party. They accidentally resurrect a zombie of the old woman who used to live in the house, who was a baby killer and all this. It was just made up as we went along. And we just had fun. It's not very good. I mean, it's one of our worst movies. But again, it was just made because it was just a group of friends just having a blast over the summer, and we just did it for the hell of it. I think, I just wanted to make like a cover for it. I only had these, like, the clamshell one. These are just old, discarded clamshell cases. So yeah, it was thrown together for fun. So this is the only box I have of this. I think I actually did 3 of these, and Rich George has one. I mean, someone else must have one. I don't know who else has it, but yeah, there's only like 3 of these in existence. By the way, none of these are for sale. Don't ask. These are my only copies. I'm not getting rid of them. At the same time, like, we made The Harvester. We started making Reap of Evil. But I didn't like the way the story was coming out. We started to change everything, and we stopped production on Reap of Evil. And then The Harvester came up. And it was fun because it was good practice for Dana and a couple other new people who hadn't been in our movies before. And then right after we did The Harvester, I wanted to make another short. I was just inspired to make a little short movie. This thing is only like 10 minutes or 15 minutes long, I believe. Check out the incredible artwork for this one. So, I made a movie called Technocide. And it's just about a guy obsessed with radio waves and trying to tap into certain frequencies to contact the spirit world. So, um, I think I had seen one picture of Tetsuo the Iron Man, and it made him want to make a weird type movie. And the weird thing is after I finished it, and when I finally got around to seeing Tetsuo the Iron Man, did a lot of the same stuff. I was like, whoa, crap. I mean, nowhere near the same league as Tetsuo the Iron Man, obviously. I mean, I've been a fraction close. But it was just weird that I happened to do some of the same type of subject matter that ended up being in Tetsuo. I was like, oh, wow, no way. That's interesting that we kind of came up with the same ideas. So this is only 15 minutes long. Again, I just wanted a box with the movie in it. I don't even know if it says anything on here. Yeah, it's just... we also weren't called Morbid Vision Films at the time. I didn't put it on this one. It's on the Harvester. I don't know if you'll be able to see this. I'll do a close-up. I'll add in a picture, but we didn't start off as Morbid Vision Films. We brought over a mascot from when we tried getting a band going, because that was the thing back then, have a mascot for your band and all that stupid shit. But we were called Chop Top Films, and I had drawings of this guy with like the top of his head cut off, kind of like the head you see in Bad Taste. So yeah, I'd done these drawings of this thing. I did a series of different stuff, and we called him Chop Top because the top of his head's gone. And we just, for the hell of it, we call ourselves Chop Top Films. So there might be like at least 5 short films. The 3 short films you see in Morbid Tales, those were all Chop Top Films. And the Harvester's Chop Top. Technicide is Chop Top, and I believe Alex, that crappy little serial killer POV movie I made, that's Chop Top Films. So we actually made 5 to 6 short films under the name Chop Top Films. So I don't know if I ever mentioned that before, but there you go. Now, the birth of Morbid Vision Films. The cassette's not even in this one, but Reap of Evil. After we made The Harvester and Technicide and Alex, went back, I rewrote stuff, changed the characters. Dana was a lot of fun to work with on The Harvester. I thought he was really good. He was very excited. He wanted to use his house again. He lived by himself, but he lived with his father, but his father was never there, which was awesome. So he had run of his whole house. And huge land in the back and everything. So it was really cool. Great place to film. Supposedly haunted, which was really cool. I can talk about that on another episode for something, but yeah, we had some results there. So I decided to make Dana. He became the lead character. I switched up my character, and then the story became about 4 friends who were being plagued by nightmares. And so once I finished it, I just threw this cover together. Color printers. I actually went to a color print shop, and again, I took a picture. That's actually a crucifix on fire, laying down, Jesus on fire. I did the printout. On one piece of paper, I did the printout with the lettering. I took the picture, cut it to size, placed it inside, taped it in place, had a cover made of that, had a spine made, had a back made. We actually, nice big synopsis, who was in it, picture of a cool demon makeup, and then got them all together and laid them out, and then I make a cover. That's how you had to do it back then, when you had absolutely no money, no studio work, and you were just by yourself. So that's the original Reap of Evil cover art. The only one in existence. This is the only one I ever made. Did it again just for my own amusement, just to be able to sit on a shelf and be proud that this was the first full-length movie we ever made. So I wanted to make a full color cover art for this. So this was our first official movie. Not first official movie. First full-length movie. But we also went dead serious on this one. It's the goriest one we had made at that time, and we didn't hold back. There is some brief nudity in the movie and everything. So I was like, all right, we're taking a more serious approach. We need a better name. I go, we gotta get rid of that Chop Top Films. That was just a fun joking around. Hey, we're making short movies, yay! But we're like, all right. And I started finding out more about the underground scene and magazine, Film Threat Video Guide, and there was another one called Independent Movies that would do reviews and stuff. And I'm like, we gotta take ourselves more seriously. We need a better name, and that's when I came up with the idea for Morbid Vision Films during Reap of Evil. So, Reap of Evil is the first official Morbid Vision Films movie. There you go. All right, let's see what else we got here. A little bit after that, we made. I mentioned on our very first episode, we made a crime action drama. I showed the best version, the version that we sell now at conventions, but I don't know why I took the really serious route and kind of really lame and boring. But this was the first cover I came up with. Totally going, Chow Yun Fat. Let's put him in a trench coat. He's got the gun. You can barely see it because bad quality. But yeah, we're going more for the more serious approach here. On the back, he's got the double fisted gun. Terrible picture, terrible angle. But this was our first copy. Again, we just did it on our own because I think we were going to try to sell these. But then that's when I saw the ad for EI Cinema asking for movies. And I'm like, oh, I'll try it. So I sent them a copy of this and they liked it. And he said, the only problem is, I wish you had nudity in the movie because then we could market that. It's just more sellable. I'm like, and we actually had a scene that I ended up taking out, but I'm like, I can put that in. We can add more, so we added more, and it got picked up for distribution. So Soon to Be Dead was our first officially distributed movie through an actual distributor. Except, I don't know why they didn't think the title Soon to Be Dead was marketable. Obviously not this cover. This cover is boring. But all excited, we finally get distributed, and this is what comes out. Kill Me Slowly. Not Soon to Be Dead. They changed the title. I get changing the title, but Kill Me Slowly is just... It's hard to say. It doesn't even roll. It doesn't even flow very well when you say it. Soon to Be Dead is like Soon to Be Dead. Kill Me Slowly, it's and then just look at that cover. The cover's horrible. It's just yellow, really, because it's where is it? Does it say here? No, it doesn't even say that. It says there on the back, I think. It was called Swiss Home Video because they're cheesy movies. So the whole thing's yellow because it's cheesy. And the whole synopsis just makes fun of the movie. It's like, oh, seriously, no, don't watch this movie. It's so bad. But then they'll do mention the action and everything that we did. But it was just kind of like, really? We finally get distributed. We get picked up. It's like a dream come true. And we end up with a horrible looking VHS with the names changed. And the artwork itself makes fun of the movie. I was like, all right, whatever. We got picked up. We're out there. So that's what became Soon to Be Dead. So obviously, once the contract ran out, no, we're not selling that. We went back. We made a gory cover, and it's back to being Soon to Be Dead now. Here's something probably nobody knows about. There might be one or two people that actually, when they went on our website, they begged us. I asked Rich if it was all right, and I think we sold 1 or 2 copies of this long time ago. But it's just blank cassette. Again, blank cassette. One for the Road. Rich George's one and only full-length movie. Yep, written and directed by Rich George, starring me. And it's about a drunk loser who gets into a fight with his girlfriend, gets in his car after a party, he's drunk driving, hits a guy, kills him, tries to get rid of the body. Well, actually throws the body in his trunk, doesn't know what to do. He doesn't bury the body or anything, he just leaves him in his trunk. He doesn't know what to do with the guy. And then the guy's ghost comes after him. So it's like a ghost revenge movie. But yeah, Rich George's one and only full-length movie. No, we do not have it for sale. We might try to do something with it at some point. We got to do something with it. But the main reason why is we don't have it for sale is at the time we were just, like I said, we are just doing it for fun. It was just, Richard's like, I want to do this. Let's try it, give it a shot. I'm like, okay, cool. I'll star in it. And there was no intention for ever selling it. And it's loaded with copyright music. That's why we can't sell it. It's got Iron Maiden in it. It's got Iron Maiden. I remember Wasp is playing during a part of it. He has the band Morgoth playing at some point, and I'm sure there's a couple others in there. So, in order to be able to do it, we got to figure out how to get that music out. The unfortunately, the music's like, there's a party scene, and we just have literally just had it playing in the background. So it's even when during the editing, you hear the song chop 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 with the different scenes and everything because it was actually playing in the background. We didn't dub it over. Really, really simple, cheap. We're shooting with VHS. We were just having fun, trying to make it as best as possible, but still totally unprofessional. But so that's why we can't sell Rich's movie, because Iron Maiden. Like I said, we'll try to figure something out. Maybe we can do something, or maybe we'll just do some DVDRs, and we'll just be like, if you want it, yeah, here, buy it, because it's not like it's going into retail or anything. So we can probably get away with it that way. Who knows? We'll see what happens. A lot of you guys know this movie, but I'll just show it for the hell of it. VHS, the first release of At Dawn They Sleep. I was very happy with this. No idea who this girl is. She was a model in LA. Has nothing to do with the movie, but they hired her to be on the cover, be a vampire. It looks pretty cool. So yeah, that's the VHS release of At Dawn They Sleep. Still sealed. I made sure I kept one that I didn't open. I had a few of these. So yeah. I do have a picture somewhere. I'll probably never be able to find it ever again. Lost somewhere in one of our photo albums, probably. But when I first met, when me and Stacy first met, we were out hanging out at a mall. We were in FYE. There it is. It's just sitting sideways amongst all the other VHS. Luckily, she had a disposable camera on her in her purse. And so there's a picture of me in FYE holding up my movie. So that was just a dream come true, obviously. I mean, never thought I'd ever see one of my movies in a retail store. And I was with someone, and I got it documented. So so that was a thrill. So that's the At Dawn They Sleep VHS. And then right after that came... This is probably going to be really hard to see. It's still sealed, but Dead Girl on Film. This is the Dead Girl on Film VHS release before that double feature DVD came out. Probably not a lot of these were made because, I mean, they didn't even announce that this movie was even available. I don't even know if anyone even knew it existed. They didn't even send me a copy. I had to email the guy and it was like, hey, can I have a copy of my own movie? And they sent me one copy. But I kept it sealed just for the hell of it. I mean, it doesn't really mean anything. I mean, the seal is just terrible. But, so, I mean, this Dead Girl on Film did get its own VHS release. It just never got its own DVD release until now. Now, Black Lava has released Dead Girl on Film on its own nice official DVD release. So Black Lava's put it out. Dead Girl on Film is officially available on DVD. But yeah, that's the VHS release of it. I'm sure hardly anyone even owns one of these things. My cousin got this before I did. I told him about it, and he went on the company's website, and he called me up one day. He goes, "Hey, I just got your movie Dead Girl on Film in the mail." I'm like, "Oh, cool." I'm like, "I don't even have one." So I think after that, that's when I emailed the distributor and said, "Can I have a copy?" So that's Dead Girl on Film. Oh, piece of the cheap plastic just fell off. I don't know if a lot of people know about these. I did show pictures of these on Facebook, but before we released Bone Sickness on DVD, we did have... So actually at the same time, we did offer Bone Sickness on VHS. So this is the VHS of Bone Sickness. The original copy Before we added the extra gore for Unearthed Films. Yeah. Alright, doesn't open. We even put nice labels on it. So that's the official Bone Sickness VHS release. We did these ourselves. The DVDs were professionally pressed, so those were professional DVDs. The VHSs we made we just bought the VHSs and we just dubbed Bone Sickness onto it, made the labels, made the covers ourselves. So that's our very first release. I think we might have only sold maybe 20 of these at the most. So there might be like 20 to 30 of these out somewhere in the world. And let's see, the last one I have to show this was a director for hire. This is not a Morbid Vision Films movie, although they did credit Morbid Vision Films as producers on this movie, which I didn't expect them to do. But this was through EI, who put out Kill Me Slowly and At Dawn They Sleep. After At Dawn They Sleep, they asked me to direct a movie for them because I was the only one who had experience with filming shootouts that they knew. But yeah, I directed Misty Monday, Mummy Raider. So that's the VHS release. Still sealed. I kept this one sealed. But yeah, so it's a erotic spoof of Tomb Raider. I think it's about 45 minutes long, maybe 50 minutes long. And yep, so I directed a softcore movie. Starring Misty Monday, Ruby LaRocca, and Darian Kane. They were great to work with. Misty was awesome. Misty was just so good. She made my job so easy. We only had 2 days to shoot this whole damn thing. I mean, it was lots of dialogue. Apparently, this was one of the most dialogue they've had in one of their movies. They even said to the guy, the guy was there. His name was Bruce. He was there as well, playing a professor. And they're like, next time, don't write so much dialogue. But it's like the whole story had to be shot. A very lengthy erotic scene, we'll just say that. And then the big shootout. We filmed a huge shootout scene, that's what got me the job. And I was gonna say and the scene with the mummy, but the mummy we actually shot later. They came down on a Friday night. We shot all day Saturday, 8 hours Saturday, 8 hours Sunday, and we got it all put together. I mean, granted, it wasn't a full-length movie. It was like 45 minutes. But we got everything done with them. The distributor told me, it's like, if it looks like you're not going to get everything done, cut this out. As long as you have the sex in there, that's fine. It wasn't real, by the way. I mean, it was all, it's like Showtime or Skinamax type stuff. But we got it all done. They made my job very easy. They also sent a producer, which was nice. So yeah, Terry West, actually, really cool guy. He was the producer on set, so he was the one that got everything. If they needed food, he went out and got it. So basically, I just had to direct the movie and film it. I filmed it as well. So yeah, it was intense. It was very stressful, very quick, but it was awesome. It was an awesome experience. I'm so glad I said yes to this. I had people before ask me, like, do you regret doing that Misty Monday movie? No, of course not. This was awesome. This was so much fun, and I met some great people. And then from this, I developed a friendship with Ruby LaRocca, and I asked her to be in Bone Sickness. She's in Bone Sickness because we made this movie. But yeah, this was awesome. This was an awesome weekend. It was so much fun, and it was great experience because it was the first time that I had to make a movie on someone else's money. And we had an extremely short filming schedule. So I had to figure out, all right, this is what I got to do. Boom, boom, boom. And it was the first time that I had the experience of, being hired as a director for somebody else. And it was awesome. I loved it. It was a great experience. So yeah, Misty Monday, Mummy Raider. Which is... No, Bone Sickness. All right, I was going to say this might have been the last VHS of one of my releases, but no. Bone Sickness was. Of course, now there have been more. Now that VHS has become like, a collector's novelty again. There are fetus VHS copies and stuff. So, but yeah, I just want to show these. These are VHS copies that you would never have known existed from Morbid Vision Films because they're just one of a kind. These are one of a kind VHS in my personal library. Some of them, there are a couple of them, but yeah, like this Technicide, that's one of a kind. You know, this cover for Reap of Evil, that's one of a kind. So I just thought I'd share those. So some unseen relics of Morbid Vision Films. All right, hope you enjoyed it. If you did, like the video and subscribe to Morbid Vision Films. And if you subscribe to Morbid Vision Films, maybe we'll try to get Rich George's Lost classic movie out. All right, cool.